Have you ever felt like your needs are too much? Have you ever felt like you've asked too many favors from someone and you feel a bit shy to ask them again? If that's the case, then today's name is for you, Al-Wasi, the vast. Why is it that we're getting to know Allah's beautiful names? Because to know Him is to love Him. How can we claim we love someone we don't know? So each day of Ramadan, we'll be discovering one name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because once we know Him, we can't help but fall in love with Him. And once we fall in love with Him, how we show up in our life changes. We'll start to worship Allah as though we can see Him. أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه. Bismillah, let's begin. This beautiful name, the vast, Al-Wasi'. Let's have a look at Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam was running with his people. Fir'aun and his armies were behind them. They reached the Red Sea. That's it. There's no way out. His people thought, that's it. We're destroyed. We're doomed. Khalas, we're gonna die. There's the ocean in front of us. Fir'aun is behind us. Musa alayhi salam says something so beautiful.
قال كلا إن معي ربي سيهدين.
He understood Al-Wasi', the vast, which is Inna ma'ya Rabbi sayahdeen. Verily Allah is with me and He will guide me. What does that go to show us? That Musa alayhi salam's people lost faith at this moment, lost trust, but Musa alayhi salam didn't lose trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He knew that Allah was with him, and he knew Allah Al-Wasi', the vast, will open for him a way out where no other human being would ever be able to. So what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do next? He tells Musa alayhi salam to tap his staff on the ocean, on the sea, and the sea splits. Now think about how significant that is. The vast, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's beautiful name, Al-Wasi', means He is able to do anything. He owns all the creation. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is definitely capable of splitting the ocean. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes it that the ocean was split like two mountains, like the ocean became two mountains of water.
فأوحينا إلى موسى أن اضرب بعصاك البحر فانفلق فكان كل فرق كالطود العظيم.
So incredible to think about that. Imagine walking through that beautiful tunnel with the water next to you, and the vastness that you'd feel in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name. It's so incredible. If you feel like your needs are too much, they're never too much for Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the owner of all resources. But what do? Unfortunately, we project human limitations upon Allah. Like, oh, my dua will never be answered. How would that ever happen? Like, I can't even see it happening, or this is too hard. And we project limits upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is wasi'ah. He's not in need of anything in His creation. He's the owner of His creation. So when we run to Him, let's run to Him knowing this beautiful name. He's Al-Wasi' without limits. He gives us expansion in our health, in our rizq, in our family, in so many different ways. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Wasi' with us. Allah's mercy and forgiveness never runs out. He is vast in His forgiveness. He is vast in His love for us. He is vast in His closeness to us. He is vast. We can put this name next to any of Allah's beautiful names just to remind us that He is vast in all of His beautiful attributes towards us, in His loving towards us, in His care towards us. Humans have a capacity, they have an endpoint, their patience runs out, they have limited resources, they're also in need. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has none of that. He doesn't need any of that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is never needed by any of these human limitations. And so when we go to Him, we know that we're going to the one that's the owner and the source of all of these. What overwhelms you doesn't overwhelm Allah. So maybe you have a big problem right now that feels very overwhelming to you, but to Allah it's not overwhelming. So you can run and talk to Him and say, Ya Allah, this is how I feel, and Ya Allah, this is what I'm going through, and Ya Allah, this is what I need. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Wasi'. He is the vast one, and He's always close to us. So if you need help right now, if you're going through something, if you've been making dua for something that feels impossible, remember this beautiful name. If you've loved today's name, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to reach out to me on YouTube and Instagram and tell me what you're loving and resonating from this name. And until tomorrow, Assalamu alaikum.
مثل الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله كمثل حبة أنبتت 7 سنابل في كل سنبلة 100 حبة والله يضاعف لمن يشاء والله واسع عليم.